Saving Private Ryan, dope fucking movie. You know what I mean?
No, not a dope. Don't say that.
Amazing.
It is the I believe that Saving Private Ryan, continuing to this day, is the most important war film ever created.
Respect.
Hands down.
Respect.
I do not believe there's people that will say 1917, like all these other movies, right? Full Metal Jacket, like all these great war films.
It set the standard.
Saving Private Ryan is
the Omaha Beach scene, it set the standard for like all war. Okay, and have you seen Band of Brothers?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
okay.
yeah, and by the way, also your father and Steven Spielberg, correct?
Yeah, produced it.
And The Pacific.
Yes.
Go watch if you've seen Saving Private Ryan. Go watch Band of Brothers, the entire series, and The Pacific. HBO. These are the most important,
all true stories, all real
company.
men, all real men, all true stories. Everything historical fact. I actually grew. I was 8 or 9 years old when Band of Brothers was being shot. And I spent the whole summer on that set in England.
Unreal.
And
unreal.
I was like, you know how like little kids like run around, like they play Army Man, like yeah. You know? I did that like in like they gave me like a super realistic fucking gun, like full like army like helmet, fatigues, boots, and I went to that set every day and played Army Men with all the actors. By the way, all the actors in Band of Brothers stayed in character the whole time, on and off camera.
All of the actors in Band of Brothers
they called each other by their characters' names, like on and off camera.
That's an A-list
for
cast.
The whole time. They didn't even call each other by their real names. This is crazy, right? Most of that crew were British, okay? And I didn't even fucking know until I saw them at the premiere. And I'm like, yo, what's up? Leave God. Like, and he's like, hey, Chet, how you doing, mate? Like, good to see you. And I said, why are you talking like that? Because I had never heard him speak in his real accent for the whole time.
Here's a story on that topic that you could maybe tell your dad. I actually, when the Pacific dropped, you're gonna laugh.
Slip that in. As if we're not gonna hear it.
No, you're gonna laugh.
Three of you have headphones on.
Wait, sorry, what? The Pacific, I tried to watch with my grandfather who fought in Okinawa.
Wow.
Turned it on for him. This is when I was taking care of him. He had Parkinson's, dementia. I turned it on for him, and I thought that I was going to be showing him something that would give him a feeling of I don't even know, like just honor.
Yeah.
And
respect.
he freaked out on me.
Wow.
And was like, and started crying.
Wow.
And said, "You think I want to fucking watch this shit?" And honestly, it's a really moving moment for me that I've never said anything about before, but it was a really moving moment for me because I didn't do enough thinking on it. You know what I'm saying? But the way that the Pacific and Band of Brothers and Saving Private Ryan was shot is so gruesome and visceral that for the people that lived through that, it's just, it obviously wasn't the right thing for me to do. I was younger and didn't understand, but if you have not seen those series, you need to go watch them.
I'm sure your grandpa was a fucking badass. Dude.
Badass.
Respect.
Do you know how many people walked out of Okinawa or Iwo Jima?
Dude.
Not many. You know what I'm saying? A lot went in. He told me there were times when he would go in and he would walk out and be one of two people left on the entry boat that landed. They would drop them at one side of the island. They would go all the way across the island and get picked up on the other side with 5% of their team that was dropped off.
The fighting in the Pacific during World War II was the most intense, gruesome fighting of the entire war.
Potentially of all time. Not even kidding. Like, absolutely horrifying situation.
They were dropped on these islands, these tiny little fucking specks of land in the middle of the ocean that were just crawling with Japanese soldiers. Crawling.
Yep.
And just left there. You know what I mean? Like they weren't going anywhere. They were like, it was the survival rates were extremely low.
Highly entrenched cave systems. Japanese that, unlike the Nazis, did not care whether they lived or died. In fact, they wanted to die.
Fight to the death.
Correct.
It was their entire culture and their entire philosophy, their way of life, their like system of honor forced them to, like, anything less than fighting to the death was like considered complete dishonor. You know what I'm saying? So they did not, like, surrendering was not an option.
Harry Carey first, like disembowel yourself in front of the U.S., like nasty shit. And so like
and the Pacific really like sheds light on that.
Crazy.
So
you should.
intense.
I know we started watching Band of Brothers and we always get carried away with our stuff, but awesome. And also one more quick one. If you ever get a chance to watch Road to Perdition,
that's my favorite movie.
I said that yesterday, and
that's my favorite one.
Was like, I can't believe that is an absolutely incredible film.
That's my favorite one because that, like, I just love gangster shit and gangster movies, and that like role is like in every single one of my dad's movies. It's like I can like see him, you know what I mean, like he's like being like himself, but in that role it's like he's the farthest like from like being his normal self out of any of his movies. And
it's him and his son throughout the whole movie. Did you find a connection to that a little?
Totally. I mean, I get really emotional. Like, see, like people, like I can't really watch my dad's movies that often because it's like such an emotional fucking investment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just like turn on like one of those movies because I know it's like by the end of it, like if he died, like if it's a movie where he dies, I'm like wrecked, bro. Like I'm wrecked. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like I can only like watch them every now and again.